Hello everybody, welcome to another kind of video. Now, what you are looking at here is my desktop. Today I got a request to look at how to install some files that aren't normally under, well, Railworks DLC, or Train Simulator DLC as it were. So I'm going to explain just how to do that, how to install any patches or anything that has .rpk or .rwp files. Now this question came to me after someone asked how I installed the Daylight rolling stock for the Southern Pacific GS4, because they didn't know how, so they've asked for a little tutorial. It is a little bit late, as opposed to when the question was asked. It is also a little bit late in the day, but it's very simple. So you want to get whatever you want to install in a little folder, something like this. This is something I got from Just Trains quite a while ago, and then the GS4 is a patch. They're more than likely already installed on my system, but the process doesn't matter. It will do something nonetheless. So you want to go to your Steam folder. Then you want to go to Steam Apps, Common, and then find where your Railworks folder is. Mine is down here. And then you have all the other stuff like assets, manuals, all that stuff. And you don't want to pay any attention to that. What you want to do is you want to come down here and you want to find this little exe file here. It's called utilities.exe. And that'll prompt a administrator access, and then you'll get this little window. Now a few of you may recognise this window from a long time ago in Railworks, because it used to have a window up here where you could launch the game as well. So packager, we don't need to mess around. Tools and documents, there's only two things there. Package manager is what we want. So if we hit refresh, it'll load everything that we have, and you tend to need to do this so you can make sure that you don't already have it installed, for one. Although it doesn't really matter because it'll just say it's already installed. It's like, yeah, just do it again. Doesn't matter. And you can also uninstall some things if you don't want them anymore. Now, the application may freeze a few times. That is something that always happens as it searches through every single piece of data that is in your Train Simulator folder, or Railworks folder. It doesn't really matter. So just wait for this little progress bar to fill. This progress bar's here because I'm on Windows 7. So you can't move the screen over here. But yeah, so for this tutorial, I'm going to put in a Train Sim 2012 patch, which I probably already have, I don't know, and a ZZA snowplow. Both of which I already said that the snowplow is from Just Trains as a freebie. I can't remember what the freebie was for, but never mind. And also the Golden State 4, which is the Southern Pacific 4449 DLC. So just waiting for this to load up. It'll say not responding a few times as it catches up and processes it. It's the most annoying part of the process, really. The rest of it is very, very simple. But I'm just going to talk you through the two buttons that I haven't mentioned. I mentioned the uninstall one, I've mentioned the refresh one, that's what we're waiting for to happen. Now, for anything that has .rpk, they are associated with Rail Simulator. And I don't mean Railworks, I mean Kuju Rail Simulator, the very first rail simulator that railsimulator.com or Dovetail Games ever made. So for RPK, you want to hit the Install Legacy Rail Simulator add-on button, and you will be shown through a window very similar as to what I'm going to show you with this one. Now, the big button that says Install on it is for the RWP files that you can see on the left-hand side of your screen. And I've just realised I'm recording both monitors. I'll crop it, it's fine. I do have a few more videos coming, guys. I've had a hard time in the past couple of weeks finding time to go through them, edit them, and render them. Render them's not really hard. I just edit in there and say, render, go. I give it a stupid name. go, and then I just like watch a couple of films while it does it, and then it's done. So just waiting for this to load up. I don't know why it's done it again. That is a wee bit strange. No, come on. Yeah, there we go. So we have everything here that we have in here. So this is all the stuff that you would have, and then you click install. This is my desktop, and this is the folder that we want. So it'll say load package in the top left with the little railsimulator.com symbol, and it's the exact same for the RWK, no, RPK even. It has the RPK down there as well, but you can also have the Legacy Rail Simulator there. So you click on it and you click open. It says these assets already installed. Yes, and then a progress bar will show. It'll install all the assets, and then you should be able to find it within Rail Simulator. And if you can't, you can always check in the certain assets. So for the GS4, I think it would still be under G-Tracks, and for the snowplow, in my case, it would be under Just Trains. You can still check, as long as you know who developed it, whether it was Mesh Tools, or Digital Traction, or Just Trains, or Dovetail Games. As long as you know where it would be, then you have a good chance of finding it. No, it's still doing stuff. Sometimes it takes a while, sometimes it's very quick. There are some files that are 0 byte, meaning they are... I don't know why 0 byte files are there. I don't know what they do. It will come up with another message similar to the one that said these assets are already installed. It'll list the assets. It will say that these are 0 byte files. You just click OK and it'll do it. So once that's done, usually your screen will refresh as well, which is possibly what it's doing. It's currently not responding because it's going through a lot of stuff. Apparently my hard drive light isn't flashing, so I don't know what's going on. But that is basically how you do it. This video's a lot shorter than most, and well, you don't really need to know much more, do you? No. Yeah, it'll say not responding a few times. Just as long as you don't click it. You can click it, and as soon as it says not responding, leave it. Because if you click it again, then Windows will think it's crashed, and it'll try to close it, which is not what you want at all. So yeah, just waiting for this to finish. The list will refresh, and it should be in there somewhere. There's a similar thing for patches as well. Some patches you can find online for certain ones. I had one for the Duchess from Iron Horse House, and I'm not sure if there's any more or whether there's any third-party fixes. There we go. The list's refreshed, and it's there at the bottom. So I've got the assets in there, Just Trains, it's easy, ZZA, rail vehicles, freight. And there we go. That's what it has. So if anything, you can click on here, you can find where to go. And if you think it hasn't done it properly, just reinstall it. But other than that, that is all you need to do. You don't need to mess around with localization or settings, because there isn't really anything in the settings anymore. Which gets me questioning why it's here. There we go. It's just language. That's the only option in the settings menu. But other than that, the packager you don't need to know about. If you want me to go through the packager, I will be very happy to do that. But other than that, I would like to thank you guys very much for watching. If there's anything else you would like to ask me, in terms of complexity that can't really be sorted with a YouTube comment, then please let me know, and I will see what I can do about that. But other than that, I was like, so close. God, that was so close. But other than that, I would like to thank you guys very much for watching, and I shall see you next time. Why's my button not working?